Let's freaking get it. What is going on? It is your favorite coach. We are back, baby. Let's get it. Happy freaking Tuesday. As you guys are pulling up, let me know how your day is going in the comments. Excuse me. Today is going to be an amazing episode. I'm actually really stoked to give you guys some information today because I've been seeing a lot of common struggles in my DMs with clients, conversations. So I wanted to give you guys some actionable information today to see better results, specifically for my ladies out there trying to get that hourglass body. So what is going on? TikTok, IG. Hope you guys are having the best day ever. Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Let's fucking get it. Okay, I'm going to jump right into today's episode because I have to hop on a meeting. I got to do better at managing my time a little bit because I have to hop on this meeting in a couple minutes. So I'm going to pull this up over here. Now, before I get into this, I just wanted to preface this and say that what I'm going to be talking about in this episode is applicable to both genders. Now, I get this question a lot. Why do you work with women? Do you work with men? I do work with both, to be very clear with you guys. Okay? I do work with both men and women. I specialize mostly in working with women. Why? Because their common struggles I relate to a lot. Not to say that men don't have similar struggles, but for whatever reason, I connect with the emotional and sometimes physical pain and struggles of them, so I can really resonate with what is going on to them, and then it allows me to deliver that service with them, if that makes sense. So I wanted to say that before I get into today's episode, because I've been getting that question like, yo, like, why do you work with just ladies? Do you work with guys? I don't. I work with both. Okay. K. Now, today's episode is going to be short and sweet. So without further ado, let's get it popping. I'm going to grab this microphone and I'm going to scream in it, record a 10-minute episode with a tremendous amount of value for you guys in order to get better results in your life and your fitness journey. So let's freaking do it. Let's get it popping in. I don't know why. It's like I'm having a hard time today. 3, 2, and 1. What is going on, fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Shift Your Mind, Change Your Life podcast. This is your favorite motherfucking coach, Coach Sal. Let's get it. In today's episode, we're talking about 3 hacks specifically for my ladies to get that hourglass figure, losing the love handles, loving what you see in the mirror every single day. And if you could just take one thing from today's episode, you will change your body and your life for the better forever. Now, the reason most people fall off is their mindset and understanding of both exercise, nutrition, perspective, all these things. Now, flawed habits over time that never change is the reason why most people are stuck, because they are reluctant to do so. So think about that for a second. I want you guys to really reflect on this. Do you feed yourself the story and continuously tell your life, tell your body, tell your mind, I can't meal prep, I don't have the time, I'm too busy, this, and that? Let me know if you guys could resonate with this in the chat box. Yes, I am podcasting here, Vika. So here's the thing. Here's the thing to understand. How do you change that, right? Well, let me know first off if you guys have felt that way. If you're listening to this on the audio replay, just like nod your head, like really try and just sit in what I'm saying here today, regardless of where you're at. Do you find yourself saying things like, I'm too busy, I don't have the time, I can't meal prep? I actually just had a conversation today with a client of mine about this specific topic, right? Like, I have to walk my dog, I have work, my friend's birthday, all this. But that is always going to be there. No matter who you are, what you do in life, all of those obstacles, roadblocks is always going to be there. But what you don't realize is the only way to solve that is by getting in the fucking trenches, right? Like really just getting in there and making it happen regardless of how you feel. And that's really what I like to focus on with my clients and my team is like, hey, it will never be 100%, ever. It will never be 100%. Your macros training, none of it, right? So how you're showing up each day is a direct reflection of your core beliefs. And you could change that, but we have to create that belief, which is exactly why I wanted to give you guys 3 tips to make that happen today. Now, this is some more tactical information because usually on this podcast, I focus a lot on mindset, which is great. But in today's episode, it's going to be 3 tactical information hacks in order to get that hourglass figure, lose weight, tone up, all these things that my ladies want. Now, number 1 is stop focusing so much on cardio. Yes, cardio is a tool. It is something that is useful to drop body fat, slim your waist, but the focus needs to be more on heavy resistance training. Why? Because you will burn more calories by doing so, spend less time and energy burning out on the cardio machine, and you will actually be able to send the proper stimulus to your body to lose weight, slim your waist, tone up, and add inches to your glutes, right? So think about that for a second, okay? Lift first, then burn out with the cardio. Cardio only has to be a few times a week. It's really all you need. You don't have to be doing insane amounts. Okay, so just really sit in that for a second. And it can be different forms, not just running all the time. It can be swimming, biking, hiking, volleyball. That shit counts too, right? That shit counts too. Now, number two, second point to this, when it comes to getting that hourglass figure for my ladies, okay, under consuming on food is getting you further from your goals. Now, I know this has become really popular and this is like a tough, touchy subject when it comes to optimizing your results, but you need to be having real nutrient dense meals every single day, a few times a day, arguably every 3-4 hours. I know the whole fasting protocol has been super popular recently, right? But here's the thing, like if we're able to continuously prioritize protein and give your body the nutrients that it needs, eating when you're hungry, stopping when you're full, not trying to follow all these crazy restrictions and diets, like this is going to allow you to develop a healthier relationship with food and give your body the fuel that it needs. And that's something that I really like to focus on with my clients as well, because adhering to these strict meal plans, diets, and putting these crazy restrictions and pressure on yourself is not realistic. So I think it's important to be like, hey, let's take more of a macro approach. Let's try to log our nutrition a little bit, right? Let's make sure that we're prioritizing nutrient dense protein meals, right? And the more that you could just do your best to stay within range of that and update that based on your specific needs will allow you to continuously move the needle every single week. Okay. That is what it is. Last point, number 3, is to get your sleep and stop throwing in the towel on the weekends. I'm going to say that again. Get your sleep and stop throwing in the towel on the weekends. Here's the thing that I see a lot of people struggle with is sleep. And getting crucial sleep every single night will be the unlock for a lot of you guys when it comes to getting great results. 6 to 8 hours a night, no questions asked. This will help tremendously. What do you guys think of that so far? Tiffany, thank you for the follow. Christina, I appreciate the follow. Thank you guys. Hope you're having the best day ever. Is that making sense so far? If it is, drop some fire in the chat box and we're going to keep this rolling. Sleep goes hand in hand with also your training and nutrition as well. Without it, it's going to be really difficult to optimize your progression and your results. It all goes hand in hand. And then when it comes to the weekends, just because you're not meal prepped, just because maybe you don't have all the necessary tools that you normally do throughout the week, doesn't mean just give up and pack it in. It doesn't have to be that way. Again, it's simply being, let me just stay conscious. Let me just be aware of what I'm doing, right? Like when you logically think about it, hey, maybe I shouldn't get the absolutely huge pile of nachos and this loaded margarita. Maybe I could just sip on a Tito's and seltzer and instead of a burger, have a chicken sandwich with some sweet potato fries instead of these big French fries and all this other bullshit, right? It doesn't have to be so crazy, right? And when you think of all those combined follow over time, that is how you will get that hourglass figure. Again, today's episode is more tactical information opposed to mindset. We're very mindset based here. So let's recap today's episode really quick. When it comes to getting that hourglass body, again, just taking one thing from today's episode will really allow you to see some massive change. Number 1, stop focusing so much on cardio. Prioritize the strength training first, then do the cardio after just a few times a week. Can be swimming, biking, hiking. That shit counts too. Number 2, under consuming on food is getting you further from your goals. Having real nutrient dense meals, prioritize protein first, like actually eating it first, eating when you're hungry, stopping when you're full, not trying to put so much crazy restrictions on yourself. Following that over time will allow you to build some better habits into your routine, which can help you see some better results. And then last point, number 3, get your damn sleep 6 to 8 hours a night and stop throwing in the towel on the weekends just because you can't be perfect, just because you've been able to maybe veer from your routine a little bit, doesn't mean that you can't stay present, be conscious, and progress towards your goals and enjoy yourself. It doesn't have to be so cookie cutter. Okay. That is what it is. Have some discipline, right? Discipline, sacrifice, consistency. That is the name of the game. And the rewards that come from that as a byproduct are everything. Okay. So guys, thank you for listening to today's episode. I want you guys to really reflect on what we spoke about today and go and take action on that. Okay, so we'll see you in the next one. Peace, love, protein. Have the best day of your motherfucking lives. Let's get it. Peace out. I have to hop on this meeting. Hope you guys have the best day ever. Tiffany, thank you for the follow. Let's get it. Have the best day ever. Peace.